Why would I leave the conveniences of a big city after 35 years to go live in a small town in Maine? Well, I have a few reasons to tell you. My name is Celeste, and that's what I'm talking about today. Why I left LA after 35 years. I was in the entertainment industry, and I just suddenly was like, yeah, I'm out. And so I listed a few reasons, so I will be consulting my notes. The first reason was LA has gotten more dangerous. Now, I moved there in 1990, and it never really felt unsafe to me. I grew up in Philly, so I knew enough not to walk alone at night in a big city. But in the daytime, LA always felt safe, and it doesn't anymore. Like, there's so many homeless and like mentally ill homeless walking around the city that it literally became where you had to look over your shoulder all the time. And I don't want to live like that. I mean, it's just, to me, that's no way to live. Like, because you're on edge all the time. The train stations, Metro, uh, the train stations, and the trains themselves became like homelessville. When I started taking the train back in like 2010, I used to take it all the time, even at night. I'd go like from the Valley to Hollywood or vice versa, and I was doing stand-up shows at night, and I felt safe. And it was not, you couldn't pay me to get on the train in LA these days. Now, they're going to clean it up for the Olympics, and they're going to send the homeless somewhere. Nobody knows where. But the city just became more dangerous than it used to be, and that's sad. I used to like drive around with my windows open. I got to a point where I wouldn't keep my windows open because I knew more than one people. Some homeless dude walked up to somebody who lived in my building, threw a drink in her car, in her face, and said something terrible to her. I'm like, yeah, I don't need to take those chances. I'm going to just keep my windows up with the AC on. I don't think that's any way to live either. I don't even think it needs to be mentioned, the cost of living. The cost of living in LA, highest taxes, highest gas, highest bullshit. Like, the cost of living there is just ridiculous. And what are we paying for? I always said, are we paying for the weather because we want it to be sunny all the time? Well, I don't. I like weather. I'm happy to be in a place with weather that has rain, that has fog, that every day could be different. I'm not paying for weather anymore because that's what I really believe a lot of people. And it is, yeah, it's comfortable. It's comfortable to not have to deal with snow or ice or rain because nobody in LA can drive in the rain anyway. But no, the cost of living here is less, and I'm happy that my glasses of wine are only $8 now versus, 15. Okay. I wanted to move more into a more peaceful environment near the ocean. You want to live near the ocean in LA, you better be a millionaire. No joke. But here I can live near the ocean. I mean, it's so beautiful here, and it's so peaceful, and that's what I want. Listen, LA is great when you're young. It you have the energy to keep up with that and to hustle and all of that. But at my age, I'm not trying to live like that anymore. I want to be in a more peaceful environment. I want it to be near the ocean. I can be near the ocean in a 3-minute walk. So, okay. I wanted a cooler climate. LA has gotten hotter. They keep saying the planet's gotten hotter. I believe it. I mean, LA used to be really, the weather, the temperature was always pretty consistent. It didn't get too hot. It's gotten really hot. Like, it's just become uncomfortable. You need your AC on a lot. And I wanted to go in a place where it was the opposite, where, yeah, I'm going to be dealing with some real winters in Maine, real like cold weather, but I don't mind the cold. I think it's invigorating. Don't like the ice, but I don't mind the cold weather. Like they say, no weather is bad. It's only bad gear. If you dress for it, it's fine. And it's worth it. To me, I don't need sunny all the time. It's overrated, honestly. Okay. I think there's a bigger sense of community in a small town. In LA, everybody's kind of hustling out for themselves. Yeah, you might be friends with your neighbors or at least familiar with your neighbors, but it's just the nature of a big city. Everybody's kind of in survival mode, or at least in LA, I know they are. A lot of people are. And in a small town, people are growing their own food. They're just more environmentally conscious and community aware. And I want that now. I also think they're destroying California. And it makes me really sad because I love LA and I love California. And California, I truly believe, is one of the best states, if not the best state, in so many reasons. And don't say, oh, well, the Democrats have ruined it. Stop with all the blue and the red and the left and the right. That is why our country is in this position. And if we don't stop it and unite now, before all the other ugly things that are coming down the line, we have to stop with this stupid division of, oh, the Democrats ruined it, the Republicans. They all ruined it. They all ruined it, and we allowed it. We have to take responsibility, and it is our responsibility to revolt against all of this. And I'm not kidding, but that's not what the video is about. Okay. And the entertainment business, of course, is changing dramatically. No pun intended. I was in the entertainment business for many years, and it's just not what it was. Streaming changed everything. Technology has changed everything. Technology has changed our world, and not for the better in many ways. And the entertainment industry has become less creative and less risk-taking and more formulaic and just boring. And I didn't want to see it just destroyed in front of my eyes. I've seen the decline. I've seen LA decline as a city, and I didn't want to watch it anymore. It made me sad because I really love that city. And so I wanted to go somewhere where there was a freshness to it in more ways than one, and there is where I am. And so if you are in a big city and you're considering moving to a smaller town, and getting out of the rat race, I highly recommend it. My quality of life here, just in the short time I've been here, is so much nice. It's so much better. It's more peaceful. I'm starting to relax finally. I'm happier here. My cat is happier here. I'm telling you, I've noticed a difference in her, and she just seems more at peace. So there's a lot to be said about the environment you're in. And I know that it's not easy. I mean, it was a big undertaking to move from a life of 35 years to this drastic change. And I want to do a separate video about the relocation grief that you experience, because it's a real thing. But anyway, I'm here to tell you, if you are considering leaving a big city for a smaller town, these days, do it. I actually think you're better off, and it almost feels safer to me now. Like if some real shit goes down in the world, which we all know could happen at any time, I'd rather be in a small rural place than in a big city. So I hope this video was helpful to you. And if so, like it, subscribe, and I'll see you next time.